So for my next thing, if you look here, you'll see that this has been stained. Now, if you know anything about MDF wood, it's lightweight, it is strong, but the problem is if you put like a wet soda can, then that condensation that is eventually going to come out is going to create like a little ring. And what happens with MDF wood is that ring can tend to bubble up. So obviously, if you're new to this, or if you've been around for quite some time and building models, you know that you use paint, you use lacquer, you use all sorts of techniques, glues, whatever, and sometimes a mess is going to happen, and sometimes you just want a clean workstation, so on and so forth. So once I've already finished building these two, and once I finish building the portable workshop by Okre, and these two also made by Okre, you can get those. All right, I'll put the link on the description. But what you want to do is you want to pre-stain it first. All right, as you can see, when you pre-stain it, the color is going to pop out a little bit more. It's going to protect the wood, and it's going to let the stain do whatever it needs to do. Now, I'm based in the United States, South Carolina, for those of you that want to know, via Mallorca, Spain. All right, so that's where I grew up. But here in the States, a pretty good company is Minwax. All right, they also have videos, and you can go online and whatever else the case may be. But this is what you want to use first. If you want to do a complete job, you don't have to. You can keep it just like this. That is your prerogative. But if you want to stain it, you want to do the pre-stain first. And then you want to do a gel stain. Gel stain is the best type of stain for MDF wood. They have different colors. Me personally, I like having the darker color. I've always liked the darker wood, cherry wood type of feel. Unfortunately, they didn't have cherry wood, but I chose the mahogany. So this is what you want to do. All right, put some gel stain. And last but not least, you want polyurethane. This is a clear gloss, and pretty much what happens is that's going to protect not only the stain, but it's going to make cleaning any messes quick, easy. You're not going to have any problems. Me personally, if I was going to have a drink somewhere in my bench area, I would use a coaster. But at the very least, I know that if I set paints or anything, acrylics, or not acrylic because that's a type of paint, but stains or anything like that, and something was to happen, because you never know, then my items, my workstation would be protected. So first, this is going to be building this. Then I want to be staining these. Then you stain. All right. And you want to make sure that I chose pretty semi-rigid. All right, you want to choose a nice nylon polyester. All right, you want the one with the little white tip on the end. All right, nice straight. You don't want the one that's kind of at an angle or anything like that, because you're just going to want to do this light strokes. And these brushes are just your basic $1, €1 type of brushes that you can use for anything, just in case. And you want to do, small size. I mean, this is 2 inches, so on and so forth. So there we go. All right, there you go. Now, one thing, please make sure that you test this out first, just in case you don't like the color, and less is more. It's easy to add more your stain rather than deleting the stain, because it's paint. You can't really do that. So always make sure you want to do 2 coats. And then this is going to be a little bit of a lengthy process, because you do want the stain to dry before you put another coat. So you might want to wait 24 hours for it to stain. If you're not going to be doing a whole lot of stain and you're going to be doing it inside the house, I highly recommend that you open a window, have it well ventilated, because you don't want that smell overpowering, especially if you have animals or small kids. Obviously, if you could do it in a garage or outside, that would be the better options if you're able to. All right. Again, let me know if you have any questions, and I'll do my best. But please understand, this was my very first build, and this was my second build, so I am completely new to this. But if you follow Rob James, all right, RJ Scale and Ships, he's awesome. There's a few other people that I follow as well. I'll mention their names, and obviously Ocre so far, just because that's the company that I've gravitated to. So everything, we're all here to help you out, and ask away.